Hi, my name is Isla Reed.
And I'm Riley Stinson.
And this is Conspiracies with Vandegrift Voice. Today we're joined by our entertainment editor, Claire Lawrence.
Hi, guys.
And we are going to be talking about some conspiracy theories. Today we're going to be talking about the McCamey Manor and everything that kind of goes along with it. It's owned by
Russ McCamey, and you don't have to pay a fee to get in. To get in, you have to bring a bag of dog food.
What?
Yeah, there's no fee.
There's only 2 locations in the U.S., Nashville and Huntsville, Alabama. And they only do 1 show a week. And it's advertised as like...
Yeah, it's a show.
Horror haunted house.
Okay.
Like it's supposed to be kind of like a... I don't know.
An experience.
Yeah, it's similar to House of Torment that we have here in Austin.
But
it's like more extreme. Okay. So you can't just like show up and go in.
There's a waiting list of over 15,000.
Yeah, people on it.
Mm-hmm.
And the checklist for participants, you have to be 21 or above or 18 with parental permission.
Okay.
Which doesn't make sense because you're a legal adult then.
Right.
But
it just goes to show
how. You need a complete sports physical and doctor's note saying that you're physically and mentally cleared. You have to pass a provided background check by McCamey Manor. And you need to be screened via like FaceTime or Skype or by phone or in person. And you need a proof of medical insurance and
a detailed 40-page waiver
that you have to sign. And you also have to pass a portable drug test on the day of the show to prove that you're not like intoxicated.
But there's a catch with the waiver. As soon as you show up, the experience begins.
So, like, they will start to, like, kidnap you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've heard about these kinds of things.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So, we were able to find 22 pages.
Of the 40.
Of the 40-page waiver. And this includes 2 non-disclosure agreements, and I have it for you to look through. I've annotated the whole thing.
It was very difficult to find.
It was so hard to find.
It's torture.
Because the people that they select to let do this are people that generally are, like, lower income, not, like, big connected.
What?
Like, they won't let, like, huge YouTubers go through it because the people that they like...
They're scared of getting shut down,
yeah.
Honestly. Let's be real.
Yeah, and the police even around, like, the property, because when he originally moved to, like, this new property, because it gets moved around a lot, one of his neighbors called in a police report because they saw him dragging, like, a tied up woman, blindfolded and gagged out of a car into his house. And they got there and the cops couldn't do anything because she said it was consensual because she had signed the waiver.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about some of the more important ones while you do that. They get more interesting as you get further down. So, to start off with, they have the rights to video and distribute the film, and you have no right to it. So
you can't see yourself.
You can't see yourself. So they have videos on YouTube of, like, more edited down, mild versions.
They feature a person, like, every month.
Yeah.
Okay.
A person in their
story. Like, there's, like, clips you can see on YouTube?
Yeah, and in the waiver, it says that they have the right to sell it in the Philippines. Like, specifically that country.
Some of the clips are over 5 hours on YouTube. And for YouTube, you have to be of age to watch it. Like, you have to sign in and make sure you're 18 to watch it.
And also, one part of the problem with this is there's controversy around a $20,000 prize that's offered because they say if you can last 10 hours, you get the prize.
What's the prize?
$20,000.
Oh my god.
But
not worth it.
Russ has confirmed, the owner, that the prize exists in some interviews and then denied that it exists in others. So no one really knows like where that money would come from, if it's even a real offer. And, like, you have to survive 10 hours to get the prize.
Oh, my God.
And no one's done it so far.
But it can last up to 36 hours.
Yeah.
The tour. The experience.
Up to 36 hours.
That is...
And in the waiver, you'll see that they do not consider panic attacks to be medical conditions. So you can't...
Oh, I'd be done.
Like, anxiety doesn't...
I'm screwed.
And part of the screening process, you, like, meet with a psychiatrist to make sure you're mentally fit, and they can use that information to psychologically torture you. I think... With, like, phobias and fears.
Bro, no way.
I think we should discuss some of the rights you give up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, number 31, you can be buried alive 12 feet of dirt underneath, and it is the participant's responsibility to get out. And
So if you die, it's your fault.
yeah. So it kind of, a lot of these
What?
are worded very strangely because it says, like, it's the participant's responsibility. It says, like, word for word from the waiver, that this may cause death if the participant does not breathe properly or hold their breath at the right time.
So they're trying to find loopholes
To like,
get out
so where
of
they're
it
not
legally.
like
They're, like-
responsible for like
Yeah.
death. Because it's all written right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
But
is
see,
so sketchy.
one of the things that I was trying to say earlier is it starts as soon as you get there.
Yeah.
So while you are reading and signing the waiver, you are being kidnapped, you are being tied, you are being gagged, and they
That's not
force you to
right.
sign it. So you can't really look and read
Yeah.
through it.
Because they don't
It-
post it
Have
anywhere
there-
ahead
have-
of time.
Have people died in this?
Someone had a heart attack, but no one has died yet. Like,
Oh
a lot
my
of
God.
people would just, like, flip to the end, sign it, and be like,
Right.
okay, like, just try to, like,
Yeah.
get through it as fast as possible. It talked about how in the beginning, numbers like 3 and 20 on the waiver say it's just a game, the participant can be let out anytime, but as you get deeper down in the pages of the waiver, specifically number 50, 90, 93, 99, and 100, it basically says no quitting unless major injury is present. And it says, like, I agree that no matter what I say, I want this to continue.
Oh
And-
my god.
And
Yeah.
even if you pass out, they have like sniffing salts
to make you wake
to
up.
make
make
you-
sure you're not faking it. Because if you're faking it, they will keep going no matter what.
So now we're gonna go through the fun things that they can do to
That's scary. Oh my god.
So,
No.
We talked about the burying alive.
Yeah.
So one of the next major points is you can be submerged under 60 feet of open water.
you. This is number 35.
With all breathing apparatus removed. And it says in the waiver that there is a real chance of participant drowning or receiving decompression sickness.
From coming up from such a like low depth
Yeah.
and pressure
Yeah.
so quickly. Also, can be exposed to raw sewage, exposed screws, carbon monoxide poisoning, needles, tasers, shot collars, crushed in a pit by various objects. You may be fish hooked in the mouth
Oh
area.
my gosh.
Teeth may be removed or broken or lost without Novocaine.
But wait, isn't that like technically considered a major injury?
No.
No, but by like major
To us,
injury-
yes. To them, no.
But then you can like if they're pulling your teeth out, you can stop it and be like, stop, like I
No.
want out. You're pulling my teeth out. Like that's
No, you signed away all your rights.
It's
Because that's written in there. that
yeah,
can
when
do
they
that?
say that
Oh
is
my God.
That's number 59 and 60.
So,
So-
along with that, joints can be dislocated. You can be bruised by paintball guns. They can pierce your hand or your nails.
Like-
Your hands also may be smashed with tools. Your nails may be removed from the nail beds. And the best part, they can administer hallucinogens.
like
drugs.
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 And one guy was like, no needles. Like, I really don't like needles.
needles.
Like, that was his freebie. And McCamey said, he was like, that's okay. Like, I can drug you orally if I need to. You can get tattooed or pierced. They can put a plastic bag or wrap around your face. And exposure to lots of rodents and bugs. You may be asked to ingest live bugs.
And there is no guarantee that those roaches and rodents are safe.
Disease
So you
free.
could definitely
That is so
Catch a
sketch.
disease.
That is
Yeah.
sketchy. Oh my god.
Number 120. Can you read number 122 for me?
122.
Yes.
Participant acknowledges that they may come in contact with various bodily fluids and they may come down with a disease later in their life. What? But then you could come back and like sue them.
No, you can't.
No, you can't, 'cause you
signed
just
it.
signed that.
You
That
signed
is
it.
stupid. That's stupid.
Yeah, so all of these, like, they're notorious for if you vomit, they make, especially if you're in a group,
They make you,
they make you
ingest
eat it.
Yeah,
If you- yeah.
I've heard about places that do that.
They have quicksand. They can put your head in a box with bees and wasps.
No.
Number 112 is Houdini Chinese water torture. And that's where you're submerged in a tank of water by your ankles in a straitjacket with
Dude.
live eels.
Where do they get all of this crap? Like, are they just, like, buying stuff off the dark web? Like, oh, let me just go online and buy eels.
And one of the really weird things when I was researching, I found it's held out of his house, and he has 3 kids.
Yeah.
And
do his kids, like, know?
One of his kids says, and I quote, "My dad likes to torture people."
How old are these children? Are they, like, okay? Do they
No,
need
like,
help?
seriously, one of the oldest ones is probably 10 or 11.
Oh, my gosh.
They have a 200-yard makeshift water, like, sewage system on the property, and they can make you swim 200 yards blindfolded under the water with several obstacles, and there are 3 alligators in the sewage system, and the specific species that they had are considered to be aggressive and a threat to human life by like multiple sources.
Yeah. Well, duh, it's an alligator. What?
Almost everything, especially like 117, that you'd be locked inside a 55-gallon drum with limited air, it's always the participant's responsibility to hold their breath or to...
Yeah, it says, like, agrees to be locked inside. It's their responsibility to knock on the lid so that we know that they're still breathing.
One of the
like,
things
they don't,
that I find really interesting is, you know how you have to go through a psychological, like you have to meet
evaluation.
With it.
Yeah.
They can use your personal information as a form of psychological torture. Like, they know your fears.
Like, physical torture isn't enough?
They know your fears. They know what makes you break.
Like your past traumas.
Dude.
They use all of it against you. You are not safe at all. But a bunch of people have come out and have had to go to, like, various therapy sessions, have major trauma, and have never been the same since. It is probably the equivalent to being kidnapped.
And it's very misleading online. Like, the website makes it seem with all the videos like it's like the, scary. Like, it's not, like, as serious as it really is. Mm-hmm. And it just, like, it doesn't represent what it really is.
Yeah.
It doesn't match up.
Like, reading this, like, contract or whatever, this agreement is, like, giving me, like, the chills.
Yeah.
Like,
expectation
who would
and reality.
sign off of this?
Yeah, expectation and reality are different ball games at this point.
And this is a quote from the owner, Russ McCamey. He says, "This experience is designed to psychologically break you."
So he wants to break people.
Yes.
That is...
We contacted him to see...
You did?
Yeah, we did.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow.
We tried to. We did not...
Get a response.
We got, like, an automatic response, but we wanted to see if there was a way that we could get, like, the full waiver and have any questions, like, be answered, because recently it's becoming kind of, like, exposed in the media. Like, a lot of people are talking about it, and it wasn't really, like, talked about before, but,
Well, there's a petition now.
yes.
To, like, take it down?
To take it down.
Take it down.
How many? Over 18,000, right?
I think it's...
There's over 18,000 signatures on it.
Yeah. 18,000.
And it grows by the day.
Dude, I'd sign it.
We got a quote from someone who went through it personally, and she said that the video that was posted after her experience was edited to hide the worst.
They can also shave all of your hair off.
Yeah.
Along with your eyebrows.
Okay, well, she agreed to go in there in the first place.
Yeah.
So, like...
But that was back when it wasn't, like, understood what it really was then.
Oh, okay.
It's changed.
It's changed now. Now
Yeah.
more people know what they're getting themselves into, but back then it wasn't talked about. So really the only source of
it's a haunted
information
house.
was their own website.
Yeah.
Because in the back, that's the first non-disclosure agreement. It says you can't talk to friends or family or anything like that.
Their website...
And then there's another one from the media.
Their website plays it down.
It really does.
A lot. We checked out their website, and it looks like the House of Torment website is probably more intimidating
Than this one.
than McCamey Manor.
It's really, like, graphic, and the whole question everyone's asking is, why is this still allowed to be run?
And is the $20,000 prize real?
Because, like, big sources have almost verified that this is real. Like, they have a Netflix documentary.
But once again, the Netflix documentary
Does not.
What's
directed
What's
by...
it called? Do you know?
No.
It was
It's
filmed and directed by Russ, the
like submitted footage.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
So it's only what he wanted. It doesn't show how bad. It doesn't show this.
It wasn't a full documentary. It was like a documentary series on haunted houses across America,
And
they had like a segment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like
Yeah.
had a little.
And it was all footage submitted by Russ and like narrated. Like it was.
That's
Everything that's out there about it is pretty much like controlled by them.
That's creepy. That's some like Illuminati stuff right there. Like I'm just saying, like that's
Dun, dun, dun.
that's just weird.
It's really bad.
Oh my gosh.
So is it real?
Do you
Do you think there's a $20,000 prize?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
Do you think law enforcement should shut it down or not because you signed away all your rights?
Well, I mean,
Because a lot of people kind of think like you got yourself into this.
well, yeah, I think I kind of have that mentality too, but I think they need to give them the disclosure before like they get there. I think like a person needs to go through all of those checks and then get this form and like sit down and read it for a few days before they decide and then show up and sign it. I think it's bad that they just give it to them and then they make them sign it because it's part of the experience. That's what if anything, that's the only thing that I feel like would make the situation better, since really law enforcement can't do anything if you're signing off your rights and saying like, I've consented to everything.
How much money do you think it would take you to put yourself through this experience?
Like how much money would I
For like the prize money. Like what do you think it would be worth?
I wouldn't go through it regardless of how much money was at the end of it.
Really?
Seriously. Yeah, like I would not.
Yeah. Lifetime trauma.
Yeah,
Lifetime trauma or a couple $1,000.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not
have you
talking
seen
thousand.
Saw?
I'm
Have you
talking,
seen
like,
Saw?
millions.
Yeah, no, not worth it. Not
All that
worth
million
it.
is going to be spent on treatment.
Therapy.
Trying
Yeah,
to make
exactly.
you better.
It's not worth it.
And
I would
what's
not.
really screwed up is in the waiver, it talks about how it, like you don't have the rights to the video footage of recorded of you, and there's like rumors that he just sells it to the highest bidder off like the black market.
And it's live streamed.
It is live
And
streamed.
people bet on you. And they're
on the black, in the dark web or whatever.
People bet to see how far you can make it, and one of their
They like take
shows,
suggestions.
One of their shows was live streamed with really high dollar people, and people were telling them what to do to them. Like, I'll give you
my God.
X amount of money if you pull their teeth out.
That's terrible. Yeah, no, I would never. I don't care if there's billions of dollars at the end of it. Like, I would not. You could show me the money in person, and I'd be like, cool.
Still no.
No, thank
Bye. Like, there is no way. No way. Yeah, no. I could never. What about you? Would you ever?
I kind of think I would.
I wouldn't.
I
Isla.
Everyone has a dollar amount.
But is it...
No.
You have a risk
I don't
of death.
think it's worth it.
If you go into
But they
a coma...
won't kill you.
I think the guy with the heart attack said otherwise.
Yeah. Just saying. I don't want to have a heart attack. I don't want to...
If you go into a coma, is your money going to be there when you wake up? No,
that's
it
my
was
money.
spent on all your medical expenses.
Exactly. Or is the money even real?
Yeah, that's my other question. How do they buy all this stuff? Like,
That's
where
what I'm
does the
saying. Where do you
money
get an
come from?
alligator from?
It has
The
to
black
be,
market.
The black market. It has to
That's-
be from. He has to be making a ridiculous amount of money off
Off of this.
This.
But they don't pay to get in. They're paying
No.
in dog food. So
Exactly.
where does he get this money from?
It has to be from selling.
and
the
how is he
footage.
like raising his children? Like,
In the house along with all the tortured people.
yeah. Like, can you imagine like you're just a
He
kid
has a wife.
and you're like laying in bed one night and you just hear screaming and you're like, oh, just dad's back at it again.
No, yeah, they're used to it.
Back to bed. That's so insane.
There was a reported like incident of someone who started in Tennessee and ended up in like Arkansas.
What?
Like
Because they drove them so
they
far.
drove him.
How do people? I don't understand. People are crazy. People are crazy. The person who created this is crazy.
The people who
The
do
people
it
who
are
do
crazy.
it are crazy. The people who work there are crazy.
The worst part of it that just makes me sick is like you're not. Some of them, when I was reading through it, it was like you're not allowed to curse or like fight back.
Because it's considered a house of God.
He calls it
What?
a house of God.
What happens if you curse? What are you gonna do?
There's different reports. Sometimes
you
they
get
like
punished.
you get punished, whatever that means. Whatever I'm assuming they up whatever they were currently doing, but also they start to take away the prize money.
What?
Like if you're getting like 9 hours and you like
Yeah.
curse, and they might be like every time you curse, it's $500 off the prize money.
There's House of Torment and then there's this.
Yeah.
And this is like beyond
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is not okay. Oh my god, I'm literally like sweating after hearing all of that. And like, ooh, no thank you. You're like signing away your life, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just don't know how
far is too far.
How far is too far?
Well, all of that is
All
too
of that
far.
is clearly too far. But at the same time,
When is law enforcement gonna step in?
When can someone not like go into court and try and
No.
take him down?
Mm-mm. You signed that you wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's your if
Unless-
anything happens to you, it is your own fault.
yeah.
None of it is their fault.
That's like a loophole beyond loophole beyond loophole.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Claire, for being here with us
thank
today.
you for having me. This has been crazy.
An experience.
Oh yeah, experience.
This has been the first episode of Conspiracies with Vandegrift Voice. Next time we are going to be interviewing another editor with a different theory. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.